Okay, tonight we are looking at the hinge, and I'm just going to drill some holes on this side. So this is the side that's going to fix to the edge of the monocoque, and these are all my fixings, and I'm going to drill those holes. Then we'll get the canopy in, and I'm going to use the old hinge as a template for marking the fixings to the canopy frame. And then we think about fixing the canopy back on. One of those last little jobs before I put the canopy back on, because it's much easier to do it rather than reach across, is this. So I've bought this off eBay. It's a replacement handlebar grip for a kiddie scooter, but matches this foam one on this side quite nicely. So, and it comes with a little finishing end cap. So what I've done is I've drilled the end of the stick, and I'm just going to lock tight in there one of these dome head hex screws just to hold it all together. And there it is. I think it was £3.50 delivered for the pair, and I think that makes quite a nice job. Good stuff. I've completed nearly all of my placards now for the panel. There's a couple more to go on, one for the EGT and one for the max usable amount of fuel, and I think that's the full complement then. Still haven't cracked this, but I've been charging up the battery, so we'll see if that performs after we got a full 13 volts. But yeah, we are very nearly ready for putting this back on. Got a little peripheral job this evening, and that's stripping down this mini carburetor and cleaning it, because we're sick of pushing it out of the way every time I need to turn the plane round. So quick clean up, hopefully she'll start on the button and we can just drive it out of the way. So the needle was covered in snot and gunk, so I don't think a lot was getting past that, and the float chamber looks pretty awful as well, so I hope we can make a few improvements here, and things should start a little bit better. So one clean up carburetor, hopefully that'll allow us to drive the Mini out of the way rather than push it every time I want to turn the plane round. So the evening's come, and we're going to try and fix the piano hinge to the main canopy, and then when we've got that on, we're going to offer the hinge and the canopy up to the monocoque, mark it out, drill the holes, rivet it on. Bob's your uncle. Sounds easy. Hold on. Might speed it up. Charlie did a good job on the riveting. Got the hang of the gun.
Put my jumper over the canopy first.
Can you hinge it? Can you hold the hinge? And then drop off?
Yeah. Do you know what would be even more sensible? Just to put a bit of string on it.
Yeah.
Pull gently. You got two at this end. Two. Right, tack another one. Oh yeah, right, they're all in. It's a snug fit. You're not going to tie the string on there. quite a big window.
Massive.
Now that you see it on the plane.
It was great to see Finn in the week. He had a little look around the plane and give me a few pointers on a couple of things. One of the things he pointed out, which I'd never really looked at, was, and I don't know if we can see it, but there we go. I don't know if we can see it down there, but my restraining wire for the nose leg is a little bit old and it looks like it's unravelled a little bit, so I need to get myself a replacement one of those. And he also gave me a second opinion on that overflow hose there that I put on the top. I wasn't very comfortable with it, and yeah, he too said that it'd be better to replace that with the original Rotax item, which is fine because it needs doing if it's not right. It's a bit of a stinger because that 14 inches of hose is nearly £40 from CFS, but needs must. We'll have to get one on order. Okay, so tonight's little job is to balance carburetors. So the first thing is I've slackened off the adjusters at the top, and that's to allow the throttle slides to reach the bottom of the carb bodies, so you can hear that they're finding their way all the way home by the clunk. The next job is to slacken off the idle screws all the way out to make sure that it is sitting all the way at the bottom of the carb mouth rather than just resting on the screw. Okay, so the next task is I'm going to tighten the idle screw in, and I'm going to hold my finger on the side of the throttle slide and tighten the screw in until I feel that begin to move, and then I know I've got contact. So what I've done is I've tightened each of these idle screws in onto the throttle slide, so it was just the point where the slide started to move. Then what I did was turn the idle screw in 2.5 turns just as a starting point for a tick over. So I've done that on both screws. Now what I'm doing is I'm tightening up the adjuster to take out the slack in the cable. So I've done that one, and I'm just going to do this one next. So what I've done is I've just adjusted that top adjuster there to take the slack out just to the point where the slide started to move up a little bit. Done the same with the one on the left. So now hopefully when I move the throttle, both slides on both carbs will move up equally. I hope you can see there as I've opened the throttle to the setting where this slide has just reached the top of the carb throat. The left one is also at the same point. So those carbs now should be mechanically balanced, and that's a good starting point for running in. And I've just checked, I've opened the throttle control wide open, and as you should be able to see, both slides are well and truly clear of the carb mouth. So from LAS, here's my K&N air filter. Let's have a quick look at which one it was. So it's the dual one. Anything else in the box? Got myself a little congratulations card and a K&N sticker, which I found a scratch on the bulkhead, so that may find its way to the bulkhead to cover up said scratch. Here we are. Didn't particularly want the one with the chrome shiny bit because I wanted the one with the lugs on it so I could secure it to the carbs. So I'm going to have to make a couple of little holes there myself, just so that I can lock wire this to the carb bodies. And I've got to get some oil because my K&N filter oil that I thought I had in the cupboard doesn't seem to be there anymore, so I'll have to oil that up. But yeah, we are on to the finishing job. Tomorrow we're going to turn the plane around, and I think I will then suspend the elevator in the roof so that I can diagnose what's wrong with my trim indicator lights. And I think from there, after I fitted this, so my jobs after that are to replace the main tank temporarily. That's going to come back off again because of there's a couple of ferrules that need to be replaced on the throttle cables. And from there, fit the prop, and I think we're all ready to take it down for running in a couple of weekends time. So not much left to do. Good stuff.